Well, good morning. Bobby Lee here with Hurricane Creek Farms. It's Saturday morning. The storms has finally moved on through. It's rained for, I don't know, 2 or 3 days straight. We'll get a look at the gauge and see what our final rain total is, because now it looks like we're gonna have a few days with it not raining, and then like into next week it's gonna set in and rain 4 days on end. So we're just in that pattern now. 3 or 4 days where it doesn't rain, and then 3 or 4 days straight where it does. Go ahead and start off this video, get the sad news out of the way. As we had kind of anticipated would eventually happen, our little bull calf that's been so sick, he did die. I guess it was Thursday evening, Thursday night. Those of you watching our daily shorts videos, one, thank you for watching those as well, but you're already aware because obviously we put those out every day. You know, we're usually 3 or 4 days behind with our filming here by the time we get it edited and posted. So yeah, I wanted to get the sad news out of the way first. On that, you know, it sucks, it happens. If you you know, if you're gonna go through calving season and expect to never lose one, I mean, that's the goal, but it's just not the reality. I don't know that we've ever had a calving season where we haven't lost a single animal. But anyway, we'll talk more about that. But I've already had a bunch of people making suggestions or asking about, well, will we try to graft Smokey? He's gonna come over here and see us in a second, onto his mom. And the simple answer is no, I don't think so. One, Smokey, we just opened another bag of milk. I think by the time we get to the end of that one, we should pretty well have her weaned. Two, at her age, she's been nursing a bottle or a bucket for 2 months now, right at it, almost 2 months. It's not as simple as we just put her and that cow together and she starts nursing her and the cow accepts her. That is a really labor intensive process for usually several days to get to that point. And our reality is Monday through Friday, I don't have that time. It's a good idea in principle. Some people can make it work. It can be pretty gruesome and grueling. And just, yeah, we're at the point now with her where she's close enough to being weaned that it's not gonna work out. But I'm talking, they're bawling because they're hungry. I guess they're talking back. Yeah, we still got, we're over halfway through calving, but we had a couple. Actually, I think this big black white face here, she looks like she's getting close. Have kind of her pegged, yeah, right there, number 70 or 33, excuse me, is possibly one of our next ones to go. But we'll just have to get out there and see, be sure everybody else is doing good. And Smokey is very hungry this morning. In fact, she's been more aggressive with me and wanting her bucket than usual. I don't know if I know Kaylin fed her yesterday afternoon. I don't know if maybe she ate a little earlier than normal or what, but buddy, she was ready. Okay, horses, they did kind of like me, being lazy on this Saturday morning, taking their sweet time, getting to the barn. But as a result of that, we're going to feed cows first, then we'll get the horses fed. All right, got the steers fed. Really, I guess we've gotten everybody fed, but one thing that's becoming an issue is, yeah, we are just about out of corn. Got maybe enough to get us through the weekend. I'm really not sure. We're feeding probably between 125 and 150 pounds a day, somewhere in there. Check the gauge here, and looks like right at 4 1/4 inches. So that was from Wednesday night. You might as well say basically a 48-hour period, Wednesday night through Friday night. So yeah, we're wet. Yeah, I think the forecast gonna get up to about 60 today. I think gonna be in the 70s tomorrow and Monday. Then again, middle of the week, it's like cold front, lots of rain come through. Not gonna be quite cold enough for it to be anything freezing. Like temperature at lows are gonna get right down close to freezing, but shouldn't be any freezing, or shouldn't be any frozen precipitation, at least not currently forecasted. This crew was eager to see me this morning, get them a little feed. We check on the hay feeders. Looks like they got a little hay left, but probably gonna need to bring in some hay. If we could wait until tomorrow and it dries up just a little bit, that'd be awfully nice. And now they're all a little more content. It's just a muddy mess, which I guess, you know, over 4 inches of rain in less than 2 days will do that. But let's walk over here and just see what we've got in terms of the hay. We kind of gotten into the haystack, or part of the haystack, where had some hay that wasn't just quite as palatable, a little more stemmy. I know it's the cows at home even were doing the same thing. Where I brought them one of the better rolls of hay than one of the stemmier, but they went ahead and ate on that one pretty good. They'll polish it off. We'll just plan on bringing in some hay down here tomorrow. The same thing at home. I think I put out 3 better rolls of hay and 3 of those less palatable. And of course they started eating on them all pretty good, and they figured out real quickly which ones are better. Ate them up. Now they've been kind of about the same way at home. I got 2 or 3 feeders that are about like that. When they've eaten about 80% of it, then they've decided, we don't want that. So probably need to put out some hay by this evening at home, but I'll try to make them clean up a little more. But you want some breakfast now? So animals are all fed officially now, so now it's time to feed us, right?
Yes, sir.
There you go. All right, and another good morning to you. It is going to be a beautiful Sunday here in West Tennessee. A little late starting on my filming. I already put out a little hay, and I was like, well, I better grab the camera. I'm going to put out about 4 more rolls here at home. And we're pretty much, we need hay everywhere. The bulls are out of hay, the calves up the road are out of hay. We're going to have all the hay feeders filled up and ready as we start this new week. Got 6 rolls put out for the cows. You can see a few of them out there. Put a fresh roll out for the bulls. We're gonna take 2 up the road. And then at least as far as the hay feeding goes, we should be caught up for a day or 2. What do you think, Sadie? Well, good morning. Are y'all hungry? Got y'all a little breakfast. All right, as we get back home, notice the haystack is getting a little short. We guess there's 2 more full stacks and about a half stack out there in the front. But with days like this in the 70s, they're gonna be like upper 70s tomorrow. Grazing is soon to be here. Just looking kind of forward, I think we may be buying some heifers here in the very near future, maybe as soon as within the next week. Now, I think I mentioned it that instead of buying a bunch of stocker steers or bulls, you know, to cut and make steers to graze this year, we just about decided we want to buy some breeding age heifers. I think we found a group that we're interested in. Oh man, they're getting after it. Give him hell, Sadie. Have his entire head in her mouth, but yeah, distracted by wrestling dogs. So that may be some big happenings going on within the next week or maybe 2. Calving season rolling on. I think I was looking, I reckon, about 15 or so, give or take a couple left to calve. Just hit kind of a lull in calving, which I think as far as the outlook on the weather for the next few days, we're of course the next day or 2 really nice. Then we're gonna have a cold front. It's gonna set in raining for a few days. They had actually some freezing temperatures in the forecast for the end of this next week and then the next weekend. Looks like they backed off that a little bit. It's gonna be in like the mid 30s, so still not gonna be very pleasant, especially if it's raining. So yeah, we're gonna hope and pray that we don't have a bunch of calves coming in those at 30 in the 30s and raining, like mid 30s to like 40 and raining. Maybe the most miserable weather possible for calving. So yeah, looking like we might have to deal with that, but I'm rambling on. It's Sunday morning, it's beautiful. About to get inside, get cleaned up, get ready for church. We got some other commitments this afternoon, so that's why we made sure we got all our feeding and whatnot done this morning. So this evening, really all we have to do is feed the feeder steers and just check on the routine stuff. But we appreciate y'all watching, we really do. Channel's grown a fair bit lately. New subscribers, new viewers. Glad to have y'all here. It's getting about to be a busy time of year, which I don't know that we have a time of year that's not busy, but with the changing seasons, the content will be changing as we move into grazing, then into hay season, then into breeding season. Who knows what all we'll have coming up, but we appreciate y'all watching. Y'all eat beef and God bless.